I had to explain to my partner that dams are for generating power, not keeping the town below them dry.
I had to explain to my husband that your hair doesn't actually grow faster if you stand out in the rain.
My sister, who's 24 at the time, got 2 rabbits and gave them to my mum to look after. She said they were both females, and while I was visiting for Christmas, we discovered some baby rabbits in the cage. My mum called my sister and said, "You know those 2 rabbits? They definitely aren't both girls," to which my sister replied, "Why? Are there eggs?" And I had to explain to a co-worker the importance of a decimal point in our banking and why we were short thousands of dollars without it.
I had to explain to an absolute numpty that mosquitoes are not, in fact, baby dragonflies. I had to explain to my wife that, yes, you still can flush the toilet when there's a power cut.
I had to explain to my sister that sausage comes from pigs and is not growing in the ground.
That's amazing. Someone's dropped the ball there.
Someone's dropped the kid there.
I had to explain to my ex-missus that there is more than one golden eagle in the world. She thought there was just one that's immortal, like some form of rare Pokemon.
I absolutely perplexed my flatmates when I told them, if you travel 100 kilometres an hour for an hour, you'll go 100 kilometres.
Those are good. I enjoyed those today.
Miniature dragonflies. That's a highlight.
It's time for explaining to adults things you shouldn't have had to explain to adults but did. From Andre, I had to explain to an adult that aspirins were not made of human skulls. He, in turn, asked me, how does it know that your head hurts?
Another one from the UK. Ollie, I had to explain to my 50-year-old mate that wind farms were put up to generate electricity and not just because we had no wind in the world and they needed to dry the washing. Kerry Lacey had to explain to a co-worker there was sometimes multiple Friday the 13th, only for him to ask, "Oh, I wonder what they did when Christmas fell on Friday the 13th. I had to walk away at that point and just let the boss explain.
Oh, geez, that's good. This from Nissy. I had to explain to my adult daughter that you get a massage from a masseuse, not a misogynist.
Misogynist masseuse. Debbie Thwaites, I had to explain to my then 69-year-old mother that money laundering did not involve actually washing the cash in a machine. Rona Port, I had to explain to no less than 2 ladies in their 20s on separate occasions who were educated at a high-end public school that the sun and the moon are not the same thing. There's a night sun and a day sun.
Some people aren't worth the school fees, are they?
A friend worked at a resort in the Bahamas. A guest came in asking for 3 empty jars because she wanted to get the 3 different colours of blue in the ocean water. No amount of talking could convince her it's just because the water gets deeper.
I still remember when I figured out that my mate Josh couldn't bring me back some cloud when he went hot air ballooning before school one morning. I was pretty disappointed. He was like, it's just condensation.
I went for an interview at a crematorium. They showed me around, and when we got to the room that had the actual cremating furnaces in it, I said, wow, it's really hot in here. And I still got the job. On a trip to the States in late February one year with my cousins, we visited an Abercrombie outlet in Chicago. When an assistant heard our accents, he asked if we came from Ireland. We said yes, to which he asked if we'd be around in a few weeks. We said no, we're flying home that evening. The assistant looked somewhat crestfallen and said, that's a pity because there would be a big party soon when all the Irish go crazy in Chicago. It's called St. Patrick's Day. Do you have that in Ireland?
Oh, that's a beauty.
And then one last one.
Yeah.
My friend Paddy couldn't work out why he had only one brother, but his sister had 2.
Oh,
Straight math.
Good. That's good. Cheers, Teagues.
You're welcome.